All right, senior night, starting off with Coach Campbell following tonight's win over Houston. We'll let him give an opening statement and then take any questions you all have in the room.
Well, that was a fun night. What a way to wrap up our home slate this year. And to go 19-0 is just incredibly hard to do. In this group, in this crowd, this community, the student section, just thankful for everybody that's given us a great home court advantage. I thought the team put on an absolute show today. They played with great energy on both sides of the ball. Senior night's tricky. It's emotional for 7 seniors, and you never know how they're going to play. And they were locked in and focused from the get-go. Man, what Hailey did in that first half was unbelievable. But we did what we needed to do. We handled business. And now we get the opportunity to go play for a league title on Sunday.
As a competitor, just how exciting is it to be in this winner-take-all type of game for the Big 12 title now?
No doubt. It's what March Madness is all about. You want to be playing meaningful games in February. In June, we sat down as a team to map out our goals. And number 1 was win a league title. And 2 is put yourself in position to host and earn a top 16 seed. And so, it's the best. College athletics. You're going to go play your rival. I believe it's literally the last game of league. Truly the last game of the Big 12 season on the women's side. And they're an elite team that's playing high-level hoops right now, so it's going to be a big-time women's basketball game, environment, everything for a league title.
What did you do this week to keep them from looking past Houston?
Yeah, it was your sandwich. You had West Virginia, which was an emotional game. It was an elite ball club, and you had to be dialed in. And our team was juiced and ready to go for that one. And then you got Houston, which is no such thing as any easy Big 12 games. But you had Baylor lurking with the potential league title, winner take all on the back end of it. And I think part of why we went 19-0 this season at home, and why we're 27-3, this team takes care of business, and we're really old, we're really mature, and they are locked in, and they've taken it one game at a time all year. And so there wasn't any gimmicks or anything we had to do to get them to focus on Houston. As you guys could tell, they showed up from the first quarter, and they were ready to go.
Talked about playing meaningful basketball games this time of year. It's also really important to be playing your best basketball this time of year. Do you feel like TCU is doing that right now?
No doubt. It's been fun to see the journey of the season and the evolution of this group. And they're at the point, this is now 30 games that they've played together. And it takes a long time, in the portal era especially, to get a cohesive unit, to get roles established, and learning how to play off each other and how to attack within your system. It takes a really long time to get a defensive unit that's tight and dialed in. And I think we're playing really good basketball on both sides of the ball. And so we're definitely playing the best basketball of our season. I think Baylor is too. And so I think you got 2 teams that are playing high level and are peaking as we head into March.
Baylor's history, what's the significance of that and getting that win in Waco Sunday?
What was the first part of the question?
With Baylor's history and all their success, what would be the significance for your program to get that win Sunday?
Yeah, it's for a league title, which is the only thing that matters to us. I don't think it's ever happened at TCU on the women's side. I think that'd be the first Big 12 league championship that we've ever won, and so that's all we're playing for. It just happens to be Baylor, but we're just locked in on having a chance to cut some nets and win a league title, and then you turn the page and then you go to Kansas City and you get right back after it. And so, but this is the goal for the last 9 months, and you put yourself in position. It's so hard to do with injuries, with chemistry. You just never know how these things are going to unfold. And thankfully, we're in a special spot right now. We're healthy. In the locker room and the joy. I mean, you can just see the joy that the team plays with and how much fun they have together. This is a special group, you guys. It doesn't come around very often.
With this big 3 you have, Hailey and Sedona, they were already big names. But what was it about Madison what did you see that you were, I guess, were able to kind of project that she could do this with a bigger role?
Man, that's a great question, and you never know. I mean, she averaged 4 points a game. You knew because you knew about her that she was one of the best shooters, and we value shooting at such a high level with what we do and how we spread the court. I think we're closing in on the first team in Big 12 history to make 300 threes in back-to-back seasons. I think it's never been done before. And so that lets you know how much we value shooting. And so we thought Madison could really stretch the court and play an important role. To her credit, she's gone from a world-class catch-and-shoot kid to someone that can now play off the bounce, playing pick and rolls. Her assist-to-turnover ratio this year is elite. And so she deserves a lot of credit for her evolution over the last 2 years. But she loves it. She works at it. She wants to be a pro at the highest level. And I have no doubt that she will be.
So many of this group of seniors are transfers that you had to kind of convince to come to a program that didn't have a lot of history. What was it like to share that moment with them post-game with all the success that you had?
You guys, it's been a surreal 2-year journey. And this first group, to be honest, and I haven't really shared this much publicly, but that first crop that came here, you guys, we really did it with no NIL. And most people don't know that. Madison, Connor, Agnes, Sedona, Una, they came here. I just got hired. I took over a 1-17 program. Those kids came here on a leap of faith. The best thing we offered was playing time in a system and a style of play. Some of them you knew, some you didn't. But man, that group came here for all the right reasons. And that's never really been public. And so it's been neat that they've been rewarded on the back end. And then you had a new crop of portal kids that they still take a massive leap of faith. I mean, a year ago, we were a WBIT team. We were forfeiting games because we didn't have enough healthy bodies. We're doing open tryouts. And, for some of these kids, Donovan Hunter to come here, she just played in the Elite Eight at Oregon State. And Taylor Bigby, I don't even know what USC did, Sweet 16, Elite Eight last year, And so these are kids that came to take a leap of faith on where we were going. And, I mean, I'll be honest, even I didn't know we would be sitting here 27-3, top 10 in the country. And I think, I think this solidified a top 16 seed and getting to host March Madness. So it's, at the end of the day, I'm a huge person of faith, you guys. And the Lord has blessed my journey and our staff's labor. The Lord's brought each one of these young ladies here. Each one of them have the neatest story. And even me, you guys, I came here sight unseen. I had never been to Fort Worth before. I had never been to TCU. The day I landed here, Jeremiah, that guy, man, took a leap of faith in hiring me and giving me this opportunity. I'm at, Sacramento State, and you don't know if anybody's even noticing what you're doing. And somehow Jeremiah found me. I owe that guy forever. I am so grateful for him giving me a chance to lead a program at this level. And then these kids, they did the same thing. They took a leap of faith, and it's just amazing what's transpired. It's pretty cool.
Coach, you talk a lot about player stories and the way they've evolved. How have you evolved as a coach over this season as the expectations have continued to raise?
I mean, a lot, you guys. This is only my 4th year as a head coach. I did 2 years at Sacramento State, and it was almost identical storyline. They were 3-26, and in our second year, we broke the all-time school record in wins there. And it was just this, rapid rise, and then you get an opportunity to come here, and the whole thing in a 2-year window, it's the exact same thing that's transpired. And so these last 4 years have been a blur. I'm learning on the fly, to be honest. There's no manual, and so it's been just really special. I've grown so much in figuring out. I mean, there's a lot that goes into this, but managing 15 college young women, and then you have the portal and the NIL, and there's a big difference between Big Sky and Big 12. But I think it's probably a never-ending journey to stay elite in college athletics because of all the moving parts that are going on, especially in our industry now. But I love to learn. And I'm going to keep learning and growing as a leader and with your system and style of play. And so it's been fun. It's been magical. I feel like I'm living in a movie right now.
You talk about learning. What's the most important thing you've learned in the last 2 years?
Oh, man. Just the human spirit. You were at rock bottom a year ago, truly. And you're overwhelmed. My wife, her saying all year when that stuff was going on was the Lord is setting the stage. For some reason, that was put on her heart. And I can't sleep. I'm stressed. We're running tryouts. You're like, holy crap. It's truly overwhelming. My wife just kept telling me the Lord's setting the stage. And you don't know what that means. And now to look back on what that meant, it's just the human spirit to find incredible people as a staff, find the right young women with the right DNA, and you've attacked college basketball at the highest level. So it's just been a neat learning lesson.
When you think about where the sport has come since you got into it, and you mentioned the portal era, what has been the developments that have led to a TCU that has never won a Big 12 title, that maybe is going new places, that have let this happen?
Yeah, that's a great question. There's so many, factors. There really, truly is. I think TCU, first and foremost, is such a special package as an institution, the type of people it attracts, the high achievers. I think I've been able to unlock that and identify the young women that fit that and that also are elite basketball players and have the right DNA. And so, it's kind of what we're doing is unprecedented to go from 1-17 to top 10 in the country. And obviously, again, I do think the Lord has watched over us and provided and opened the right doors at the right time. And Hailey was just sitting here last game. I think she said it was like divine intervention of how she ended up here. And so there's just, it's been magical. I can't put my thumb on just one reason. But at the end of the day, we have a collection of incredible people within that locker room.
Go ahead, let's go.
Today was Nolan, and Nolan's been tremendous. He's a new person that we've added to our staff this year, and just so thankful for Nolan, his energy, his enthusiasm, his passion. He's been such a blessing to us. And now Chavi had Baylor earlier, so Chavi's on deck. He's got a big one, which is awesome. Me and Chavi have been together 11 years, and for him to have the scout with the league title on the line, we're all juiced and excited. And so our team, we're going to take tomorrow off to just enjoy this moment and recharge and refresh, and then we get 2 days to lock in on Baylor and go up there and see what we can do with that opportunity.
Part of the journey you talked about was getting Ella Hamlin on the roster, and today Frog Army was chanting for her, and you put her in. What was that moment like?
How cool for Ella. That kid, I remember her first rotation, so they show up here. Once they get onboarded, they do their, the compliance, the physical, the all stuff. And then the next thing she knows, she's on a private jet heading to Texas Tech to go play a game. And then fast forward to this year, and they're chanting her name when she checks in. Frog Army has a hard hat on her, and they're celebrating her. It's got to be a surreal experience for Ella. But I think you can tell the fans adore her, our team adores her. And what you guys don't see is Ella's in there shooting on the gun at night and working on her game. And at practice is willing to do whatever we need. And she's on the scout team, and she's playing and competing. And so it's been really neat. But Ella's a huge part of our program, and I'm very thankful for her.
You threw out the first pitch in baseball last night, threw a strike, by the way, nicely done. You talked to Kirk at all about maybe some emergency bullpen relief just in case? Or?
No, I was nervous as heck, you guys. I haven't thrown a baseball since my childhood, so and it's deceptive. Once you get out on the mound, it's way farther than it looks. And so thankfully me and Kirk got to toss the ball around a little bit before I went out there, but he told me just wing it, just chuck it in there. I wasn't that aggressive, but I threw a strike. So I was one and done before I got exposed. But that was a really neat experience, and me and Kirk are close friends, and I love his program, love him. So that was really fun, and I'm excited when our journey's done to be able to go out and support those guys.
Anything else in the room for Coach?
Well, I wanted it too. It's on my side. All right. We can share.
One last home game. We got our big three here: Sedona, Hailey, and Madison following senior night. We'll open the room up to any questions you have for these three.
Not everybody at once. Yeah, whoa.
Slow down. Slow down, Turbo.
All right, so 19-0 at home this year. You close it out with this big win. What was the mentality coming into this game, knowing that you have an opportunity now to play for a league title on Sunday? How did you stay focused on the task at hand today?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about maturity, and I've said this a million times. Our team is very mature. We're very old. We have a lot of veterans. It's about maturity, and if you're mature enough to handle a game like this, it's also a really cool opportunity where if we go out as the first unit and handle business, our bench gets to play. And the crowd was great. Like, it was just a perfect environment for that. And so, it was bigger than the individual today. Everybody had to step up so that all of our players could shine. And, it just says a lot about our team that we're, willing to put personal vendettas aside to, make this a team day.
Now that the business has been handled, how exciting is it for you all as competitors to be in the winner-take-all, playing for a league championship?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's awesome. I think Sunday's going to be a crazy game. Not only is it for the league title, it's also a rival game, and it's their senior night, so they're going to have a lot of emotions behind it. They have their crowd behind them, but I think we're ready to go in there and handle business. We beat them at home, but that doesn't mean anything. I mean, you go in that game, and it's going to be a very intense game, so I think we all have a mindset, and I think we started with that mindset today to just kind of go out and handle business, and we're going to do the same on Sunday.
Sedona, you've got Texas roots, the history of Baylor. Does it add any significance for it to be a Baylor Sunday, and what would it mean for you and this program to beat them and win a title?
Oh yeah, I mean, I grew up as a Baylor fan first before I was a Texas fan. Wow! Come on, man! I watched Brittany Griner growing up. But yeah, I mean, it's special. It'll be fun. Again, we beat them at home here, and that was an amazing win and historic for the program. And so, but it's just another game. It's just another team. 5 girls that are going to suit up against us, and that we have to work together and work our butts off to beat. And so I'm excited, but yeah, it's just another team to me.
You guys have had so many opportunities to make history, and you continue to do that, but a league title, Big 12 title, would be historic for this team. How do you keep perspective, keep the bigger goal in hand, while also going out and trying to pull off another upset?
Upset.
Oh, only because it's on the road.
It's definitely not an upset. Yeah, I mean, it's all about, who you are as a competitor. And lately, at the beginning of the season, I think that we were tested competitively, but lately I think we've proven that, we have grit and we can gut out things. And on the road, you have to gut things out. The refs aren't going to be on your side. The fans definitely aren't going to be on your side. The other team's going to hit shots they've never hit in their life. It's all about, are you willing to compete through adversity? And I think, we've put a few games together here where we've shown that we're willing to do that. So I'm excited. It's an amazing opportunity. I've never won a regular season title, so, it's extremely hard. Not a lot of people know how hard it is. To be consistent throughout the course of an entire season is extremely difficult. The NCAA tournament gets a lot of hype, but it's really about who's hot at that time. A regular season title shows that you were the best team over 4 months, and that's really, really hard to do. So it's a really cool opportunity for us, and I think we're ready.
Madison, Coach Campbell pointed out that when you first got here, you were a world-class kind of catch-and-shoot player, but now you're able to hit these threes out the bounce, score, playmaker. How much have you grown since you got to Fort Worth?
Yeah, I mean, a ton. I think the confidence that the whole coaching staff has instilled in me, and the work and that I've put in with them, watching film, just kind of becoming an all-around basketball player, not just a catch-and-shoot player, which that was the box that I was put in before I got here. So I just think it's a great testament to them and seeing potential in players. And I think they've kind of done that to everybody on our roster. Like, everybody's kind of been in a box at the other places that they've went, and then they come here and you can see the complete basketball player that they've turned into. So, I mean, yeah, it's amazing what he's helped me do. So, yeah.
Madison, having been here for 2 years and before Hailey was here, what kind of difference do you think Hailey's made?
Yeah, I mean, Hailey's a great just competitor. I think that she brings a lot of just fight to our team. She's a dog on and off the court, so I think that that's something that we kind of needed. Like, we had a lot of good pieces and stuff, but you definitely need a dog on your team to kind of uplift everybody and just kind of make them compete at a higher level, and I think she does that.
Aww.
No, you didn't hear that.
She
Put your
loves
headphones on. Make her head big.
Sedona, anything to add to that?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you know,
Ego is like,
you know, Hailey's amazing. She's an amazing teammate. And yeah, she's a fiery competitor, right? We needed that. We needed, a senior leader to join us and to come in and be another incredible piece. I mean, a scoring threat, like, you know, it's like no other, right? But yeah, I mean, playmaker and just someone that can lead us and give her so much wisdom, right, on our team, and she has experience, and yeah, I mean, it's fun to see, and she brings a lot of people into the stands too, right? She's so much likable, right, and so it's really cool.
get out.
Wow.
She's great. Yeah,
I feel so good right now.
You guys have all faced adversity in your basketball careers. What's it like to have the joy of just playing together?
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's about. I think that's what's made this season so enjoyable for me, at least. And I really appreciate our dynamic, because sometimes when you have a lot of great individual players, especially 3, you know, 2 you can kind of handle, 3 is hard sometimes. And I just think it's been incredible how we literally like love each other's like skill, and we know how to get each other the ball in places where we can be successful. And like if Maddie has 25, like I'm pumped for her. Like, I love it when Maddie just tears teams up, and I love it when nobody can guard Sedona in the post. Like, we have a really unique dynamic where we know that we can't fight each other, and we genuinely are very happy for each other's success. And so I'm just really grateful for them. You know, it's really rare to play on a team like that. This is my 3rd school, and so yeah, I would probably know. But it's so rare and unique, and they've really made my year really special. So super grateful that God put them in my life, and we'll definitely probably be friends for the rest of our careers.
Hailey, what's cool about coming to this, your 3rd school, and doing something here that hasn't been done at the school before?
Yeah, I mean, that's true. In the past, I've kind of went to schools that have established themselves. So this has been a new journey, and it's a unique story, because at the same time we're always being told like how good we're doing because we're breaking a lot of records at this school, but we also know underneath that like how much potential this team has. So again, the maturity that we have to, you know, feel grateful and humbled by all the records we're breaking, but also like the next day in practice, we have a great practice. Like, I guarantee you Friday, when we practice, like, we will be focused on Baylor, ready for that game. This moment has came and went. We're enjoying it today, but we're very mature about how we handle, the next game up. So it's been unique to be at a school we're kind of trailblazing, and I'm super grateful for it, but I couldn't be prouder of how our team handles success.
Sedona, Madison, you guys have talked about similar things over the 2 years that you've been here, but now that you're where you are, 19-0 at home this year, 27-3, knocking on the door of a Big 12 title, what does it mean to be program builders at a place like TCU?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Madison and I were on our visit together, and we, hung out that night and kind of talked about like, hey, let's just do something really special here. Like, we have the opportunity. Let's just make something special and amazing. And to now be here and have put in so much work together and watched this team grow and going through an insane adversity last year together, and coming back and getting so many new pieces to our team and just putting in so much work. But yeah, it's amazing to be here, right? To look back, and this is something that I know we'll definitely reminisce on for the rest of our lives, and be just so proud of, but happy, so unbelievably blessed that we got this opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say the same thing. I mean, I didn't think we'd make it this far, this fast, but I think that it's just a testament to the people that have came here. And I mean, we're a very unique team. I feel like you go in the portal, you get a whole bunch of kids, and it's kind of chaos. Like, you get a whole bunch of different personalities and different ways that people play, and to try to put them together in a few months, I mean, it's really difficult, but this group has done it beyond measure. So I think that's something that we're definitely going to cherish for the rest of our lives, and kind of just look back on and be like, wow, this was a very, very special group of people, and we're pretty good at this basketball thing too. So,
Last regular season game at home for you guys. Any fond memories, any special moments that are going to stand out to you from your career playing at Schulmeyer in the regular season?
Baylor was pretty fun.
Baylor was fun.
NC State too.
All I know is we better sell this place out at least one time.
One time.
We have 2 games, NCAA tournament. We were supposed to do it. What game was it? Our last game, West Virginia, and we know what happened. But we better sell this place out for sure.
I called the students out last game.
And they did it. They did show up today.
They showed up, but they were loud.
They were loud.
The ones that were there were loud. I appreciate y'all that came, and you guys affected us. You guys gave us energy. So the students that came, I appreciate y'all. You guys really did your thing today. So thank you.
What about the Ella chant there near the end too?
Oh my God.
Ella she should have got more chance. That's all I know. She's the best. We love Ella. As soon as she subs in the game, we're trying to run ISOs for her to just shoot
it.
That's what she does.
Ella buckets.
Coach called the timeout there at a minute left to go, gave you all a moment. Talk about the emotions at that time as you enjoyed the court.
Thanks.
The most emotional one.
I held it together today.
You did a good job.
I'm proud of myself. Yeah, I mean, it's just so much gratitude, right? For the fans to have, everybody just cheering for our squad like that. It's really special. Mark, we put in so much work together. There's so many hours, we put in practice that has led to this, but just believing and trusting him and knowing that his purpose is going to all work out for us, and so yeah, just gratitude in that moment. I've known Mark for a really long time. He was with me my second year at Oregon, so 5 years ago, and so to be put in his path along his journey, right? The beginning of his college head coaching career, and a very unique place in my journey, right? Ending my college career and kind of trying to come back and revive my career, right? I'm just very, very grateful for Mark. I'll forever be. He's taught me so much on and off the court. He's made me the person that I've always wanted to be, genuinely, and so I'm so grateful for him. I'm so grateful for the girls that are around me in that moment as well, right? It's been a ride like I can't explain, and I know that at the end of this year, I'm also not allowing myself to really get emotional, because I know that when it hits and when this year's over, it's just going to be so many emotions of obviously gratitude, but just so much, this bittersweet feeling that it's over.
Any final questions?
So, Nona, we haven't had a chance to talk to you since the Washington Post report or the incident from police. Is there anything you can say or want to say about that?
The university is aware of the allegations, but we're not going to be commenting on that right now. Just please keep your questions focused on tonight's game and senior night.
Yeah, on senior night too. Thanks, so.
Just random. I mean, for you guys, would you guys prefer to be like the men's tournament where you go to these different host seasons, the first and second round? Or are you guys eager to kind of play here at home again?
I think if we were a lower seed, projected to be lower, I would feel that way. But since we're supposed to be hosting, I think I prefer to play at home. Yeah. My junior year at Louisville, we were like a 6 or something. We had to go to Texas. There, obviously, I would have preferred to play neutral. We still took care of the job, but I don't know. I like it because it benefits me. I don't think that even though women's basketball has grown so much, we really still aren't in a place where I think that enough fans would come out to travel. I don't think we're there yet. I think that we're getting there, and that, is awesome, the fact that we're making that progress. But I really don't think that we're there yet. For every team, the top teams, the biggest names would do it, but some of those other teams that are not as well known, I don't think that they would get the fans they deserve. So I think we're good to do it right now.
Sedona missing so much of last year as you did, what does that do for your appreciation level of what's going on now?
It's great. I get to play the whole season, so I'm very thankful. I'm thankful that I've stayed healthy, God willing, and it's been taking training seriously, eating seriously, treating my body, my life like I'm a professional athlete. That's been this whole year, and that's what's been the difference in everything on and off the court.
Is that something that the diet, exercise, etc., was that something that before the injury you didn't quite take as seriously, or?
Not that. I mean, there's just a different level of being a professional athlete, right? It's being a normal athlete, and you might miss a meal or whatever, but it's a different level of taking care of your body like it's your job, right? It's this vehicle that I get to use to make a career out of and make hopefully a lot of money one day. And so treating it as such, and just really paying attention to everything that's going on in my body. It's just a different level. It's not that I wasn't, eating right. I was eating amazing. I cook for myself every night at home. But it's, again, a different level, right? Just more of that and being super hyper aware of everything.
How important has Deasia been this year, especially the last month or so, and getting you a couple minutes off here and there, and then seeing her role grow has been really fun, and she seems to be a fan favorite now as well.
Yeah, much deserved.
As she should.
Yeah, she's the best. I mean, Deasia has, obviously we have gone through so much practice, right? Preseason and training, so many hours of Deasia and I competing against each other. And I was talking to her mom about it today, she has made me such a better player. She has pushed me every day, we've competed, just tried to get the best out of each other. And so, that is something I'll forever be grateful for the rest of my life. But yeah, I mean, she's a heck of a player, man. Her IQ is so high. She's a great teammate. We love her so much. And so well deserved, she gets to give me some time to sit and to breathe. And I'm so grateful for her. She stepped up big also in Iowa State. And that's what we need her for. And she did exactly that under so much pressure, right? And so she's amazing. What an amazing addition to this team. She was exactly what we needed. And so, yeah, we're very, very grateful for her.
Donovan Hunter continues to be in the starting lineup. What was it like just continuing to watch her develop this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think Donna works at her craft so much, and she wants to be great. She's a point guard put into a new system, so it is a little bit difficult, and she's underclassman. So I think she's done a great job handling adversity. She starts and she doesn't start, but I think she's earned this. She works really hard, and she does what the team needs regardless of what it is. It's not necessarily scoring all the time, but she comes in, I mean, she was 2 for 5, so she can score the ball for sure, and when she's more aggressive, but I think she's getting comfortable in the system, and she's a huge, huge piece for us. She locks up the team's best player, so I think Donna really deserves to start, and it's been great to have her on the court with us.
Anything else in the room for these three? All right, Sunday, be there.
At WAC